Now, here's your host, Pete McTee's.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to Pete McTees' Clubhouse. We're going to have a good time today. And in our studio audience, we have Brownie Troop 350 and 1118 from Windsor. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Yay, me. Yay. And let's hear it for my buddy, Captain Cool. Yay, Captain Cool. Hey, dude. How are you, Captain Cool?
Good. How are you, Pete McTee?
Oh, I feel good. You look cool.
Hey, you look great.
Yeah, and brownies look good over here, don't they?
They do look
They're all
good.
smiley and giggly.
Being a little silly here this morning.
Yeah, they're kind of silly. What's the cool word today, Captain Cool?
I have a really great idea, Pete.
What's that?
You know how once a year when we turn back the clocks because of the seasons changing?
Yeah, that's right. We do that.
We can change the batteries in our smoke detectors the same time,
that's
twice
a
a
good idea.
year.
That's twice a year, yeah.
tell
in
Mom
the
and
spring
Dad.
and in the fall.
That's right.
Yeah,
a really
fall
good
back,
idea.
Spring forward.
And another really good idea is to get together with Mom and Dad and the rest of our family members and map out a plan of escape in case our house ever catches on fire and we hear those detectors.
Oh, that's a very good idea.
Really cool idea.
Yeah.
Like we learned before, if your clothes catch on fire, stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, see, the brownies know all about that.
They
Those
sure
are good
do.
fire safety tips, Captain
Okay,
Cool.
buddy, well, let me get my camera.
Okay.
And I'll be back.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Okay.
And we'll be back with more fun. Don't go away. Great group of kids today here in the clubhouse, Brownies from Windsor, and we have a great show planned for you today. We have Professor Noodles will be here later on, and Sammi Jo, and you already met Captain Cool. But right now, it's time to wake up my dog, Wembley. Let's see if Wembley's in here. Wembley, are you awake in there? There he is. Hi, Wembley. How are you? He has to stretch a little bit. Are you hungry, Wembley? Oh, was that a yes, do you think? Huh? Boy, he's really hungry today. Boy, you must have slept really good. Okay, let's hear it for Wembley. Yeah, and this is my computer, Scooter. Hi, Scooter.
Hi, Pete.
Yeah, we'll be talking to Scooter later on, but boy, Wembley was really hungry to come on in.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Sammi Jo. How are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Hi, Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Professor.
How are you?
Okay.
How are you, Professor?
How are you, Professor?
I'm fine, Pete. Nice of you to ask.
Oh, gee. Sammi Jo, why did he come along again?
I don't know. He came along and he forgot what he was supposed to bring.
What were you supposed to bring, Professor?
Well,
you helping Sammi Jo today?
Well, we were exercising, I think, and well, not really, because I walked in here. I said, "Hi, Pete. How you doing?"
I said, "Hello, Professor."
Hi, Sammi Jo. What are
Sammi
those
Jo.
things?
Yeah, what are these
are
things?
The steps.
Forget it. All right, no problem.
You
No.
remember?
I remember.
They're square things. Are
Yeah.
they waffles?
I'll be right
No,
back,
they're
Pete.
not
I'll be right back.
waffles.
Oh, okay. So he's going to help you, Sammi Jo.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Is this
Hopefully.
a step? Come on in. You don't have to ring the bell again, Professor. Wow, that looks like a big thing there.
It's something here, Pete. It's a.
It's a steel,
well,
stepper
could be a.
thing.
You know, you could do a lot of things.
You
with
could
this.
surf on that.
You
That's a
could-
surfboard.
If you're a little tiny person,
Is that a
you
surfboard?
No,
Yeah.
it's not a surfboard.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We're
Is that
gonna-
how that goes?
Yep.
Well, Professor.
Careful, Professor.
What a
careful.
goofball. You're going to break it.
Oh, Professor.
You can like ramp
That's
off of that.
not-
Ready, Captain?
Sammi Jo,
Captain,
maybe.
I'm going into the
Dangerous.
audience here.
No, Professor, don't do it. You goofball. You can hurt
Professor.
yourself.
Captain says I can.
Captain says go ahead. Okay.
Be careful.
Oh, that ought to be more sturdier than that. Let me fix this thing up to where
Okay.
it's there.
Oh, no, Professor.
No.
Oh, he's losing
That's
everything
dropped your
out of his
pencils,
pockets
Professor.
as usual.
It's a concept thing. I think I'm not grasping, Pete.
You're
let
not
me
grasping
fix
it,
this here.
that's
I'll
for
try,
sure.
try this here. Okay. Okay, Sammi, you go ahead. I'll work here a little bit. There.
I'm going to have to check this out.
What a goofball. Okay, there we go.
Ta-da!
Now, what is this, Sammi Jo?
This is called a stepper. You do step aerobics on it.
Oh, so that's an exercise.
That's an exercise.
Well, show us how to do that.
Okay, well, if at home, if you don't have a stepper, you can just get your parents to help you find a little box in, in storage or something and bring it out. And what you do is you can do like little aerobics moves off of the stepper.
Okay.
So it's called step aerobics.
I think this is more like a spectator sport.
Yeah, we'll just watch.
Yeah, we'll just watch.
Stand over
Okay,
here.
well,
From a
you
safe
guys can-
distance, we'll just watch.
Well,
Okay.
of
ready,
course,
go.
when you do step aerobics, you have to stretch out a little bit first because you can't just go right into it.
Always
or,
stretch, Professor.
yes,
Right,
you
can't go
always
right
have
into
to have
it.
your muscles warmed up.
That's right. All right.
So, like, one of the things you can do to stretch is you can just lean on it like this or on your box.
Okay.
Is she squeaking or is that you, Professor?
Oh, I'm just squeaking watching.
That's Professor. You know me,
okay.
I'm in good shape.
All right.
That's right.
All right,
now-
so the simple thing that you do is you just step up on the box and you step down, and it works all your muscles and your legs all the way up, and you work your arms too, and you can turn some music on if you want, and you can step off the side. Perfect. Then, perfect.
I thought it was excellent.
Can
Boy,
turn
that
around.
exercise.
Oh, I'm tired.
I'm
Just
tired.
boy, the music.
Come on,
brought me out.
Professor. Let's see if
Yeah,
we can
you
just do
step a
some
little bit there,
step
Professor.
aerobics here.
Well, you know, first of all, you gotta contemplate what you're doing here. And
Professor.
most of the time
That-
with aerobics and
don't
exercise,
think about
you
it,
really-
just do it, you goofball. We're almost out of time.
Oh, okay.
You're not
Well,
getting
get up
any
there and step on
exercise.
that.
not getting what? Any
Be
exercise?
careful, Professor.
Okay.
You worry me. Be careful.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
go.
Ready?
Now back. Yeah, step back.
Can you pick up the pace just a little bit, Professor?
No, I really don't want to because
Let me
this,
try it.
This is
you
my own
goofball.
pace here.
Here, Professor, I'll try it.
Okay, Pete. Okay.
Okay, ready?
All right, now, easy.
Watch your big shoes there.
Okay, somebody has to say go.
Go. Pretty good. It's excellent. What? You invented this, Sammi Jo, all by yourself?
I forgot to do the step.
You forgot
Okay,
the
here we
step,
go.
Pete. There you Oh, look at you dancing a little bit on the stepper.
Pretty good.
Very
On the
good,
step.
Pete.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, that was called the step dance.
That's really
That's a
nice.
step
So,
dance.
Sammi Jo, show us like a full routine here. Go ahead.
All right,
Yeah. Go ahead.
you can do little jumps.
Hey, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, now what else I got that part. Go ahead. Show me
Yeah.
another one.
You want to see another
Show
one?
me another one. Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
Go.
Okay. Step and
come
jump.
back
Okay,
this
got
way.
that. Come on back this way. Okay.
Okay, well, we're
Got
gonna
this.
keep doing
Okay,
this, everybody.
Step and jump, and now
We'll be back with more fun. Don't go away. We're going to do some stepping thing here. Go,
Okay.
Professor, go. That's silly.
Oh, okay.
Try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Don't let your feet move from your seat because Pete McTee's Clubhouse will be back in a heartbeat. Oh, welcome back, boys and girls, to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. Something's wrong with my clock. It kind of stopped at 8 o'clock, but I have to wind it up here. It stopped right when the show started, and I'll wind it up here a little bit. This is one of my favorite clocks. It's my Garfield clock. Just set it here, and I think it's working. A lot better. Do you hear that? It's ticking. Professor, I thought it sounded pretty weird. What are you doing? Professor, are you pretending to be a clock?
I can be a clock piece, or a clock, Pete. I can be a timepiece, too.
A timepiece?
That's right, Pete. You know, a timepiece, that's another name for a clock.
Really?
That's right, Pete. What happened to Garfield there?
Well, his tail got stuck on the one hand.
well, we can just
Well, I
go-
fixed it. No, I fixed it. Don't touch it, Professor.
well,
You'll
Pete-
break it.
Professor, use your T noodle.
What's the T stand for?
The T stands for time. I think it's time to get that horn fixed. Let me check
Yeah,
this thing
my
out.
clock usually doesn't sound
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Well, neither does mine. But anyway, Pete, you know, I thought it'd be a great time to talk about time.
Yeah, I guess any time's a good time to talk about time.
If you have the time to do it, we have the time to tell you.
Well, what time is it, Professor?
Well, where do you want to know, Pete?
What time is it here in Clowntown?
Okay, it's, wow, it's about 12 minutes after 8.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, somewhere around there, huh?
Yeah, that's a nice clock there.
Like that clock there?
Yeah.
Ask me another time. Go ahead.
What time is it, say, in Colorado?
Okay, it's 4:30. Go ahead, keep going.
What time is it in L.A., Los Angeles?
Well, it's time to move to Colorado. Okay, give me another time.
What time is it in Paris?
Well, it's 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Okay.
What time is it in Egypt?
Well, it's well, as far as I can see, Pete, it's about Tuesday afternoon.
What time is it in Hawaii?
How are you, Pete? I'm glad to see you. Oh, it's 5:30 tomorrow.
Well, what time is it in Pittsburgh?
Last week?
Really?
Yes, it is.
Professor, why do you have all those watches
Pete,
on?
you know, I carry a lot of watches. That
Did you
way.
see that, Captain Cole? He's got several watches on
That's
here.
right. That's right.
Yeah, you have a Bart Simpson watch? That's
right.
cool.
And Pete, you know, throughout the country here,
Yeah?
you know, times change.
Well, isn't it the same time everywhere?
Well, yes, it's the same time, but no, it's not.
It's not?
No, it's not. Because what we decided to do, well,
Yes.
not exactly me, although I might have been consulted if I would have been around in the time.
Yeah?
But we decided to create what we call time zones, Pete.
Time zones. Is that like when you play football, you pass the ball to the other guy, and the other ball, he runs and he runs and he runs, and the other guy's chasing him, and there they are. They're in the time zone.
No, Pete.
What?
No, not at all. Pete.
What's that?
Not at all, Pete.
What's that thing called?
That's the end zone, Pete.
Oh,
That's
the end zone.
Pete. That's right.
Oh,
Not to
I'm
be
sorry,
confused
that's the
with
wrong
not to
zone.
be confused with enzymes, but that's another show
Oh,
altogether.
that's the end zone,
That's
not
right.
the time zone.
That's right, Pete. Anyway, with time, we decided that to set up different time zones.
What's that cool chart?
Well, Pete, it says it's a time zone chart.
Time zones. Look, Captain Cool's looking at it.
You like
He
that,
likes
Pete?
it.
Because
Yeah,
let's say,
see?
for example, in the eastern side,
Yeah, that's where we live.
right, it might be 4 o'clock.
Captain's pointing to
Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Oh, there it is, Captain.
Boy, I hear all your watches ticking.
That's something I think it's neat because I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I did to him later on, Pete.
Yeah.
And we've got an area here called the Central Time Zone, and now it's an hour late, or it's an hour earlier.
Yeah, it's
and then,
3.
And
If
then
it's
we have
4,
a
it's 3.
Mountain Time Zone.
Then if it's 4, it's 2 there.
That's 2. And then way out here we have the Pacific.
So if it's 4 here, it's 1 there.
Be very Pacific about your answer, Pete.
Yes.
That's right.
Those are called time zones.
They're called time zones, Pete.
Okay.
And that all
can
has
you play football in any of those time zones?
Sure.
Are there end zones in the time zone?
Pete, we're not going to get into that because I brought some special things along I wanted to show the kids.
Professor, you know something?
What's that?
You have too much time on your hands.
Time on our hands. I'll be right back, Pete.
Where are you going?
Well, you work things out, Pete. I'll be right back. I
Okay.
got things on the porch
Oh,
here.
I better wind my Garfield clock again. How to set the alarm.
Be careful.
Oh, okay, Scooter, we'll be careful. Did you hear that, Professor? What's that? Gosh,
What is, Pete?
that's a big thing. Is it a bird bath?
No, it's not a bird bath, Pete. They wouldn't get much to drink or
Oh,
to
plus
bathe
they
in.
could poke an eye out on that
Right,
thing there.
right. But
Yeah.
what we have here is does anybody know what this is?
Anybody know? You
Yell
up
it
there,
out.
just yell it out.
Yell it out.
Sundial.
Sundial. That's
Yeah.
right. It's a sundial. And you know,
I like sundial. That's a good soap.
how about it's about 3 minutes.
Is that a soap, Professor?
No, Pete.
No.
Pete, no, this is a sundial. You're
A
thinking of
sundial.
something completely different.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, my sundial's just a little bit fast, so we're going to turn that a little bit. There you go. And by positioning the sundial, this was a very early clock. They were able to position the sundial, and with this standard or this particular arm sticking up here, the way the shadow of the sun casts down on the earth, the shadow lays on the sundial in different
And you can
numerals.
tell what time it is.
Right. Can you see
by
the numerals on there,
shadows.
Captain?
Yeah, I think Captain likes the
Can
sundial.
you see the numerals there? There they are.
He likes them.
Right,
See,
and that
1,
read-
2, 3, 4.
You like that? Pretty good. Pretty cool.
So you mean years and years and years ago, before someone invented watches and clocks,
Right.
They used a sundial.
That's right. They used a sundial. They also used water clocks and perpetual motion clocks.
Do you know how I can tell when it's nighttime?
Yes, your eyes go closed.
No, it's dark.
Well, that's true. They could use a dark clock to
That's
tell you that.
one way of finding that out.
Right. That's
You
right.
know, it's
Pete.
dark. You know, it's night.
That's right. Pete,
Yeah.
that's something to do with another type of science, and we'll get into that later. But
Okay.
anyway, I have also back out on the porch my favorite clock of all.
Okay,
it's
go get
my
it.
favorite clock.
This is really interesting.
Cool. My
I
clock.
think the sundial's pretty cool. Come on back in here, Professor.
Wait a minute, Pete,
Isn't he
I'm
a
coming,
goofball? He's
Coming,
out there
Pete.
singing on the back porch.
Leave well enough alone, Professor.
Coming, Pete.
You hear Scooter, Professor?
Oh.
He said leave well enough alone.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, what do you
This-
have there?
Well, Pete, you know, sometimes you get clocks that match your personalities.
Oh, so this must be a cuckoo clock.
That's right, Pete. It's a cuckoo clock, and this is a very, very old cuckoo clock.
Oh,
and
show Captain Cool.
We keep it in the lab there. See that, Captain?
Yeah.
Look here. He can go.
Is that where?
See,
Hey, is there a bird in there?
There's a cuckoo. That's a cuckoo, Pete.
It's a cuckoo bird.
It's a cuckoo bird. Right, and a cuckoo clock is set by weights and chains. And there's all sorts of things. There's the mechanism, too, Captain. Can you see all the gears in there?
Wow, there's lots of junk in there.
Well, it's junk to some people, but to clockmeisters, such as we call ourselves, it's mechanics.
It's
and the
mechanics.
works.
Did you hear Wembley? He wants to get the cuckoo.
Well,
He likes to chase birds
Yes.
around the clubhouse yard.
that's right, Pete. So anyway, I took the liberty of, setting all my clocks, Pete.
Okay.
And I have them set to Eastern Prime Meridian Standard Shaka Zulu time.
Wow, that's pretty weird.
Well, no, that's Pete. That is like the ultimate bingo time. Nobody better, nobody less than time zone.
Okay.
Right.
Can
And
you make the birdie come out of the cuckoo thing?
Well, I don't know, Pete. You got to talk to him a little bit. You got to coax him a little bit out
Okay.
here. And there's little
Come
things
on
here.
out, birdie.
Come on out, birdie.
Everybody say that. Come on out, birdie.
Well, I can open the door and there he pops out like that. But what's a cuckoo clock? How's a cuckoo clock sound? Cuckoo! Cuckoo! I like that. I like that, Pete.
Is that how he sounds?
You know, it sounds like there's a few,
Cuckoo birds in the audience.
Professors' potentials out there, too.
Potential professors.
Right. So
But they all have nice hair.
That's right. So anyway, Pete, what more do you want to know about time? There's how many minutes? There's 60
minutes in an hour.
Mhm.
There are 24 hours in a day.
And there's 60 seconds to a minute. See, it all works
And how
out.
many cuckoos in a clock?
Only one, Pete, because you get more in there, and it's just pandemonium. Just
Yeah.
absolutely pandemonium.
So does the cuckoo come out and say cuckoo like every hour?
Well, it comes out every hour, that's right. And it'll also make a little chime sound on the quarter hours, the half, the 3/4, and when the hour is set, bing, it'll come out and the cuckoo will come out.
What
And
kind of
that's when
clock
we
do you
relay.
use when you make a cake?
Well,
Do you have anything like that, Professor?
certainly, Pete.
Hey, what's that?
This is a type of a clock, but this is called more like, this is a timer.
An oven timer.
This is an oven timer, and you probably
Here,
have
make
these
it,
at home, too.
make it go.
Let me see.
Does it work? Hey, I hear it.
I like that, too.
Cake's done.
Cake's done. So
Yeah.
we've got timers. There's clocks everywhere you see them. Everywhere you look, you see a clock.
Yeah, and sometimes you need an alarm when you wake up.
That's right, and sometimes
Like?
you just need to wake up. No!
Professor, all the clocks are going off. Turn it off, you goofball. We'll be back. Don't go away. Turn that cuckoo off, you cuckoo. Hey, Professor, what are you mixing?
A new formula for instant commercials.
A formula for what?
Commercials, Pete, commercials. Watch this.
Uh-oh.
Welcome back to Pete McTee's Clubhouse. Step inside and join the fun. Today, my book of the week is called Detective Mole and the Halloween Mystery. Detective Mole's town is going crazy. It is Halloween and everyone's jack-o'-lantern has been stolen. Detective Mole finds a clue at the Chicken family's house. A pair of cat-shaped glasses. Mrs. Cat wears glasses, says Detective Mole. He goes over to her house and has her try them. But they only make her dizzy, so it can't be her. His next suspect is Elmo the elephant. What do you know? He is the only one with a jack-o'-lantern on his porch. After a short investigation, Detective Mole notices that the jack-o'-lantern has just been carved. Elmo is innocent, and Detective Mole gets an idea. He will hide in Elmo's jack-o'-lantern to catch the thief. Elmo leaves his house, and Detective Mole climbs into the jack-o'-lantern. Their plan is put into action. Time goes by, and Detective Mole falls fast asleep. Suddenly, Detective Mole is being tossed and turned. Someone has the jack-o'-lantern. Who is stealing the jack-o'-lantern, and will Detective Mole be found by his friends? Go to your favorite library and read Detective Mole and the Halloween Mystery.
Oh, this is a neat book. I love mysteries, and this is all about one of my favorite characters, Detective Mole. And a person by the name of Robert Quackenbush wrote this song. Isn't that a cool name? And remember, boys and girls, to stop by your local library and pick up a book and read more about the world around you. You know, you can go to your local library or your school library, or maybe you could just borrow a book from a friend. And I'm awake! I'm awake! I'm awake! Oh, it's you goofball. You scared me. I thought I was sleeping or something.
What? I can't hear you, Pete. There's a ringing in my ears.
Turn off the clock alarm, Professor.
That's kind of reminds me of someone there, Pete. Kind of a ding-dong, you know?
Yeah, that's a Garfield cat
kind of
on
a
my
clock
clock.
here thing, yeah. But you know something, Pete? You gotta admit, we did learn something about clocks today.
Yeah, show Captain Cool my cool Garfield clock. I think he likes that clock. Yeah, that is really neat. And that scared me when you came out there, Professor, and I thought I was dreaming and it was time to wake up for school or something.
It is a dream. You know, you really, should be going to clown school.
Well, I thought I overslept.
Wouldn't let that happen, Pete.
But actually, I was telling the boys and girls about this cool book.
Pete, did you smell the donuts baking?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, then you might have overslept.
But I always smell donuts baking.
That's right, Pete. It's
for miles around.
Miles and miles around.
Yeah. Somebody right now in Ohio is making donuts. I could smell it.
Could be, Pete. Could be the Ohio donut makers. That's right.
That's right.
But anyway, we had clocks today. We had sundials. We had cuckoos.
And we had some time, but now we're almost out of time.
Well, how do we get more time, Pete?
Well, you turn the clocks back or something, I guess.
That's right, yeah.
Hey, what do you have there on your lab coat?
Well, I have, I've replaced some buttons on my lab coat with watches that will show me significant times when I need them.
And we're out of time.
That's right, Pete. So, see you next week.
See you next time on Pete McTee's Clubhouse.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, Pete. Goodbye, kids.